My name is Tamira La Cruz. I'm the chair of the New Generation Service Exchange for District 7030. I'm glad you all made it. We have someone from India. Thank you for coming, Anita. We also have people from the Bahamas.
Thank you.
It's 8 o'clock in the Bahamas. And of course, our friends from Brazil, it's 10 o'clock there. There's some other people who came in. I'm not sure which district or time zone you're in, but welcome. Today we're going to have a presentation, especially from District 4621. They're telling us what they've done in the New Generation Service Exchange. District 4621 is in Sao Paulo, Brazil. So the first thing you see is this picture. I want to tell you a few things about it. This is the New Generation Service Exchange to intercambistas, and exchange people from Brazil came to Curacao. To the left, you will see Deborah and Carol. I'm not sure which one is which right now, but they came to Curacao in 2019 before the pandemic. And it just happened to be at the same time that our district's Rotary rep, Anya, was in Curacao. And here in this picture, you see them with the Rotary Club of Curacao. The other thing I want to say is I am very, very grateful to João Mestieri, who's going to speak in a little bit. Without him, this would not have been possible. When we were in Toronto, I think, at the RI convention, this gentleman walked up to me and started speaking Dutch. I am from Curacao, so we speak Dutch. And then it happens to be João Mestieri, a Brazilian who had gone on exchange in Holland. And it is because of him that he put us in contact with Rosalie Assis, who's also on the call, the chair of NGSC in Sao Paulo, District 4621. Then I'm not seeing yet, but he's going to be here, Valentino Hamilton, who is the chair of NGSC for District 7020, that's the other Caribbean district. He contacted me earlier in the year and asked if we could do this together, if we could, do an exchange program together, because we're all Caribbean districts and we are all slightly inexperienced in this. So I'm grateful also to you. And to Jeanette Bonnet, who's behind the controls. Jeanette is a member of our committee in the district. Of course, the translators, Vicky Gusto, I haven't seen, but Vicky Gusto I've seen, but Myvis not yet, and Natalie Gillis for recording. Having said that, I think we are a rather small group, so we can go through the program and have a little bit of a discussion. So the goal, I'm just doing a little bit of discussions. The goal today is for us to exactly figure out what we can do, we can work with, and especially grateful to the people from outside of the district who are here, or districts who are here. Can we work with you? What can we do, etc., and what would be our next steps? I'm going to give a short presentation, and then we come to our main speaker, Gabriel João, and then the questions and discussion and next steps. I want to show you this video.
Das NGSI-Programm ist ein Kurzzeitprogramm von ca. 5 bis 6 Wochen für junge Erwachsene zwischen 18 und 30 Jahren. Der Austausch erfolgt zeitversetzt, weil sich die jungen Menschen in dem jeweiligen Land treffen, Freundschaften bilden, sich kennenlernen und diese Freundschaften halten in der Regel auch durch die neuen sozialen Medien über längere Zeit. Es gibt sowohl einen Gruppenaustausch als auch einen Einzelaustausch. Und der Einzelaustausch ist eine Art Praktikum und geht circa 3 Monate. Der Gruppenaustausch 5 bis 6 Wochen. Die Teilnehmer erhalten Einblicke in ihre berufliche, selbstgewählten Interessensbereiche in einem internationalen Kontext.
I study psychology.
Economics.
I recently finished my law studies at university.
Gastronomy. I'm becoming a lawyer soon.
Ich habe wirklich Teilnehmer gehabt, die haben sich genau hier in den wenigen Wochen entwickelt und auch entschieden, was sie machen wollen.
Great. That was a video from Germany. We just got it off YouTube, but we do have some contact in Germany because it sort of goes right into this slide. Exchange is relatively new to our district, but not totally new. In Curacao, when we were still in another district, we started a youth exchange program. And our first exchange was with Brazil. And that was because the Venezuelans who were, one of whom is now in Germany, made the match so that we could get this guy all the way to the left here. He came to Curacao for a year, and here he is at the district conference. So that was the spark in Curacao, and therefore a little bit in the district for the youth exchange. Then the bottom picture here is somewhere you see the Curacao flag, which is the blue one with the stripes, with the stars. That is Krista. Guy had stayed with Krista's parents or Krista's house, and Krista went first to Brazil, and then she didn't have enough of it. She spent her gap year, part of her gap year, in Mexico. Then we had in the next picture, this was again youth exchange at school, high school students. Nikita, I had some nieces and some friends of nieces, and Nikita said, right away, I want to go. And in exchange, someone else came from Brazil, that was in the South Brazil. And then we also had to the right, Nakari, and she also went to the South of Brazil, and someone came back. But we also had another few students who came from Brazil, and our students went back. So that was the youth exchange. But our district cannot do youth exchanges, or we cannot receive youth exchanges because we are not accredited for youth exchange at this point. But we can send to the districts that are accredited for youth exchange, but we are not. So in 2019, after Zhao and I had met in Toronto in 2018, Rosalie and Joao really encouraged us to send someone over, and that was in District 7030. The first one to go was Gideon. Gideon used to work at the Curacao Hospitality and Tourism Association, and his boss had given a presentation for our club, and then we asked, and so he went 10 days to Brazil. Gideon happened to speak French also, not French, Portuguese also. So he made a presentation at the district conference in Brazil. He visited some travel agents in Brazil because that was his, that was the work he was doing, his professional exchange. Here you see him. Also in the bottom, you see it. I think that's with Joao. In exchange, we received Carol and Deborah, both Rotaractors. Gideon was not a Rotaractor, but Carol and Deborah are Rotaractors. One of them was a veterinary, but had studied veterinarian science, and the other one was a lawyer. You see the two of them. You see on the next picture the host, who is a Rotarian, or the secretary of the club now, as we received them at the airport. And then the next picture is them with the Rotary Club here. I think they were inducting a few members. Some of these Rotaractors are now also Rotarians. So that was in 2019. So that was what I wanted to say about what we've done. Of course, the idea is how can we do more for the district. That was our pilot project, I would say. How can District 7030, but also District 7020, how can we further this? I know 7020 was looking for to place some students in 70, or some not students, these are 18 to 30 in District 7030. That hasn't happened yet, but we're going to be working on that. So that's a little bit the history. So having said that, let me introduce, and we'll do the questions at the end if you don't mind. I'll introduce João Gabriel Mazzoneto Mistieri. As I said, we ran into each other at the the Rotary International Convention in Toronto. We had just attended the exchange pre-convention. He was born in Sao Paulo and moved to Salto, which is an hour far away from Sao Paulo when he was 3. So he's actually from Salto. He has 2 daughters, a girlfriend and a stepdaughter, degrees in Portuguese and English. So he's a language guy, speaks Portuguese, English, Dutch, yes, Spanish and Italian, and he practices his Dutch all the time when he speaks to us. He started working as a teacher, and now he has his own school, language school, over 14 years. I must say, actually, the first Guy who came to Curacao, his mom also has a language school, which is interesting. As to Rotary life, João is a through and through Rotarian. He was the first treasurer of Interact. Then was an exchange student 20 years ago. He was admitted to Rotary de Salto in 2009 and served most of the roles. Then he was the founder of the Salto Estadia, also several roles. He was in the Brazilian Exchange Staff Organization, treasurer for 5 years. He is the co-chairman of the Youth Exchange Program, chairman, inbounds, etc., etc. And he's a Paul Harris Fellow plus 1. So João, thank you for coming. Thank you for making a wonderful presentation. And thank you for that connection a few years ago. And the floor is yours. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so you can share yours. Okay.
I guess we're fine now. Just let me see how to make it. Share screen. I'm still not allowed to share my screen.
Oh, wait. Oh, João is not yet a co-host, Janet? Do you want me to share it for you? No?
So
Because I have you. I think I have the last version of your.
I've just made some changes just to adapt the final slides. It's okay. Sorry. Okay, let me try now. Oh, yes, I did it.
Okay.
I'm on. Can you all see it?
Yes.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. I hope you've all had a good Saturday, and we can start this beautiful Sunday on a nice way. First of all, je suis désolé pour moi mauvais français, but the presentation was like just made as I could. So I hope you can all understand well. Thank you for the simultaneous translation, for the opportunity to be here with Tamira, especially to Tamira and Rosalie, and to you all. Just for information, we're going to have some time for questions for Q&As at the end of the presentation. But if you feel you need to, you can interrupt me at any time because I'll be glad to help you out. Okay, let's start. I've set this presentation and I don't know exactly the public who I'm talking to, but And first of all, I'm sorry about it if it's too stupid for you, but I hope it's useful. Also, one more excuse, one more apologize. I haven't included District 7020 in the presentation. I've just put like 7030, so which is my bad. I'm sorry about it. Are we okay to start? Let's go. So NGSC is a program not known by everybody because it's kind of a new program. It is Sicily and okay. It is, as we can mention there, it is structured under the youth programs avenue, just like Rotary, Interact, Rotary, and Youth Exchange program, but it's a separate program. So we have separate program, of course, then we have separate rules, separate everything. Occurs at district levels. This is important to mention also because when there's, well, let's suppose I want to make an exchange with a country I know, it's not club to club, but it's set district. So it's not, again, district. Maybe I go from one city in my place and someone from a different city come here. So it's not club, but district. Because it's district, we have a chair who's the president of the NGSC. And so he or she is supposed to deal with the other chairs in the other world districts to see the possibility of starting exchange with everyone. There's an information here which not everybody knows, but NGSC can be national or international. So for example, considering Brazilian standards, which is like a huge country, we can just provide lots of different cultures in many parts of the country. So that's the idea, just to provide different culture. So can be national or international. Of course, mostly people prefer international because it's a better experience most of the times. And I've put in blue here because this is the most important thing of NGSC. So you focus on this and you'll be fine. Flexibility is the key word to understand it. So it's about a lot of flexibility. You can make your programs work well. Here, so general info, now we go to a deeper information. NGSC is flexible, but it has some rules. For example, it's limited to people, any people, between age from 18 to 30. It's okay to travel when you're 30. It's not okay to travel when you're 31. So 30 and 364 days is the limit. 365 days is the limit. And why? Because it's focused. First of all, I was talking about 30, not 31. Now let's talk why 18. Because it's a program designed for adults, not kids, not children. So it's necessary to be legally an adult in the country you're going to. So 18 in most of the countries should be fine. That's why it's from 18 to 30. It says it's for university students and professional. It's for anyone between this age. You don't have to show that you're working. You don't have to prove anything. So if you are from 18 to 30, you'll be fine. The idea is to reach more young professionals and university students, but this is just one possibility, okay? The age is a restriction. here it says all this information, of course, is provided also in the Rotary International webpage, but it's okay. What happens with people from this age? Normally, they're just sometimes not sure on what to do, or they have like the goal to make a humanitarian project, or they just want to get more experience to maybe through better steps in their careers. They're just starting. So that's the kind of way of thinking people from this age may have. Sometimes if you consider 18, you have sometimes even people who are more similar to teenagers than adults. And if you consider 20, late 20s, of course, people will be more experienced, and it's a different program. I mean, a different way of acting. The time also, it's very flexible. It can be from 2 weeks to 6 months, and it sometimes scares people. Say, "Oh my gosh, what I'm gonna do? 6 months hosting someone here? How is it supposed to be there for 6 months?" The thing is, again, flexibility. It's possible to be from 2 weeks to 6 months, but who decides the length? You decide the length. So say, we're gonna make a program for 3 weeks. Okay, so, and again, I'm gonna use like 70-30 and 46-21 districts as example. Let's suppose you want to send me someone for 30 days because this person has had like a 30-day vacation period, and so he or she has the opportunity to travel for 30 days. When I am sending someone to you, I may not have someone who's available for 30 days, but just like 20 or 25, maybe 40. It's okay. There's no problem. The unique thing is before you travel, you have to know how long is the program gonna last. And who decides it? It's Rotary. So you say, hey, I have a 20-day opportunity for people in Brazil, for example, or in India, and then it's all set. Later on, you see with your partner in India or in Brazil, the possibility of the other person come for the specific time they want to. So again, just in case you have any problems, please let me know. Here, no need to involve Rotary families. I don't know if my French is good here. Pas besoin, pas de besoin. I don't know, but it's okay. It's not necessary to involve. It's possible. It's recommended too because they know more. They're supposed to know more about what we want. But again, it's absolutely not a requirement to be in Rotary family or to be a Rotary family to host, okay? Also, no need to be reciprocal. So for example, you can send someone to Brazil, but unfortunately I don't have anyone to send to Curacao. What do? Oh, no exchange. No, it's okay. It's okay. So you send me someone, and unfortunately you're not gonna host, which is just a lack of opportunity because we could have someone from Brazil to learn about your culture. But if we don't find this person, it's okay. We won't close doors to the one coming. So as we say in the exchange language, it's only a one way. Okay, it's okay to be one way. We prefer when it's one coming, one going. And when I say reciprocal, it means about the number of people, also means the time. So for example, someone wants to come in July, in May, and I travel just in September, which is the good day for me, the good time for me. It's no problem. Remember, flexibility justifies everything here. Next slide, going a little bit deeper. Also, that's something amazing. It's individual or group. It doesn't matter. I can host a group from Curacao and send just one if I want to, or send a group of 5, or not sending because it's not necessary to be reciprocal. So you say how many people you want to send, and I say, okay, we have place for you here. Send 1 or 10 or 20 or 5, it's okay. That's the next step is also important because it makes wider, it's easier to find participants. One purpose or multi-purpose. So I can host a group of, let's say, 3 people. One is a veterinarian, the other one's a teacher, and the other one is just like a person who doesn't know what to do yet, or who just started working like on McDonald's. So it's okay. Each of them has a different goal. And when we host, we're gonna make a special agenda to everyone. So we try to place the people in their designated areas to make a better agenda for everyone. So it's no problem to be a multi-purpose idea on each exchange. It's okay. Also, this relates to Rotary focus areas because we have the areas, I forgot how to say, but it's not nominated, but desirable areas of focus for Rotary International. And it's not necessary to have purpose related to any of the areas. So it's recommended, we know how good they are, but okay, again, it's not necessary to have any relation with that. Let me just see the chat, I see 2. Oh yeah, nothing for me. This I've exchange agendas set by Rotary host district. Yeah, because if I'm hosting a group from Curacao, for example, it's different than if I host a group from a place from a place that, for example, that never sees the ocean, or a group of someone who has a different goal. So when we make the agenda, we try to personalize this agenda to the people who are coming. So who decides the agenda? It's me who's hosting, not who's sending. So if you send me someone, you say what you want to, what you would like to, but again, it's my responsibility as a host to decide to see the agenda that we're gonna make, because it's our responsibility, it's our expenses, and we have to say, hey, I'm sorry, but we have just availability for 20 days instead of 30. So it's okay. Here I've underlined the next thing. It's not a working trainee program. And this I had problem in the French language because pas un programme de stage. Here, when I say in Brazil, just when we talk about trainee program, we have to take care of these things, especially to this word working, because of law stuff. So we can't host someone, for example, in just one company for over 2 weeks, because it could be legally be proof as such as a working like a working condition, and then we would have, maybe we would have problems with the government, because like we're not paying taxes for this, we're not registering like legally as a worker. And so that's a problem of sometimes hosting people for a long time, okay, in just one place. So we can place the people in different companies in different areas, it's no problem, but we can't really have someone standing in just one place for 1 month, okay? There's no It's not considered as a job. It can't be like this. I've just put like not just vacation or trip time. Of course, people who come will have who travel will have the opportunity to travel, to have some fun, to have a good time. But of course, there's a goal on the program, and there's a multi-goal. The student, let's say the student just wants to go on vacation. Well, it's not the best thing. Go on vacation and don't come to NGSC, because here we expect people to do something more than just traveling, hanging around. So it's possible to have some free time, and it's desirable to have some free time, but not just it. Okay. I told you that the exchange is made district, but who hosts the exchange, like in the real life, is the Rotary Club. So all the clubs they must nominate a Rotarian responsible for NGSC. This Rotarian can nominate a counselor out of Rotary, for example, but there must be a Rotarian club level to host the student properly, okay? Also, about language, the requirement. What do I need to travel? What do I need to be an NGSC student? Well, if I if I attend all the standards, it's also recommended. And I don't know in Curacao, but I probably think you have a good sense of communication in English, of course. But in Brazil, it's not that easy to find people speaking English everywhere. So, and it may be in many countries too. So, for example, the requirement about language, students must communicate, and I say communicate, it can be basic to intermediate, should be fine, in English or in the host local's language. So let's suppose I don't speak English, but I do speak Dutch, and I want to go to a Dutch-speaking place in Curacao. That's okay. Should be fine. It's not a problem. Okay, just the host. I must speak. I must be able to communicate with the host. That's the idea. Going even deeper. Next slide. Yeah. How much does it cost for the students? Rotary fees are all set by sponsor district. So what do you do there in Curacao? So when you started looking for some people to go to NGSC program, these people will say, why? What do I get with this? Why is it good? And then after you say everything, say, oh, I love the idea, but how much does it cost? And so Rotary District will decide how much to charge for admin, for administration costs, such as all the time we gather, we have to travel a little bit, or we have to have like a brunch just to welcome people better. You decide the cost you want to put, and it's not an obligation. Just for your information, in Brazil nowadays, our district charges the least. Most of Brazilian districts will charge 500 US dollars each student as a administration fee. In our district, we charge $350, and it's normal, like you pay $50 when you apply to the program. So this will make us have the opportunity, or the necessity actually, to make an interview with you. And then if you pass on the interview and we start working on all the documentation and finding a partner to send you abroad, then you will pay the rest of the fees, and that's it. But again, it's you who decide if you charge and how much you do. Insurance, I say it's not a must, but it's a should. We here in Brazil, in our district, we don't accept without any insurance, because this could be like a big drama. So it's not a Rotary necessity, but it's not a Rotary International necessity, but each district can decide. We don't host, we don't send without any insurance, just to avoid bigger problems, okay? So it's responsibility for the student. Nowadays, we recommend normally an insurance called CZ Boduk, which is straightly known over the exchange programs in Rotary. You can just contract a 1 month contract for insurance, and then maybe if you stay over a month, you can contract another month, because they have like 1 month, 6 months, or 1 year. So it's a good idea to just make like a month, because it covers everything. So the policy is just incredibly huge. So that's what we recommend. We use it because in Brazil, we don't have any insurance company which covers more than they do. So that's the best cost. Did you say that the insurance can be bought from Rotary? No, no, I didn't say it. I say that we here, we don't make the insurance for the students. We ask them to make the insurance, okay? Round trip ticket, so they have to pay the ticket for round trip, of course. Pocket money, I don't know if the expression is also good in French, but it's the money for all of the extra things they will do. Visa and other necessary documents. Next, we go to who wants to. Now, that's something I've recommended for you to find students. So who wants to have an international experience and teach, discover, develop? And I say here, it's kind of cliche, but build bridges instead of walls. So if you know people who want to have these things, these are the people who are going on exchange. The next slide is instead of who wants, but who needs. Why? Because sometimes we know people who want to move faster, who want to go deeper into something better, but we know people who need some help and support. And these people also are important for us, because Rotary, the program can be very helpful to them. And I just put like some big words as open, have, meet, be sure, find. So it's more about the age. Again, you're talking about 18 and even 28. So people are different at these two different ages. Keys to success, how to find students, how to make a good program. I said, well, visit schools, universities, everything, anywhere you can find youth people. It's a place to find candidates, because again, flexibility, we have, the program is almost to everyone. So it's a good opportunity to find places, to find students in these places. So community leaders, talk to these guys. Finally, key to success, it's a necessity to interview to know your candidates. I put here, their goal is our goal. What do they expect from their program? What do we expect from Rotary clubs? What families expect? Here I told you already to personalize an agenda to make this experience more useful. Just to finish our presentation here, I've put some of our numbers, 4621 numbers, approximately 70 students, including inbounds and outbounds. We're to 17 countries and counting, so we just want to have more and more, because we have students who want to go there on the program. Most typical time here with us, from 21 to 40 days. That's the most typical, but of course, we've host people for more and less. It's no problem. At this moment, we have 9 candidates, 8 girls and 1 boy. Girls rule the world, but just for information, 8 girls, 1 boy. And for the areas they want to, from journalism to law, everything, and it's incredibly spread. Here, just a little bit of our district, why to come to 4621. So the first part of the presentation was just to tell you about NGSE. Now, just talking a little bit about us. We're located in heart of São Paulo, approximately. Mostly we have small and medium-sized cities. We have 1 big city in the district, which is Sorocaba, which is like a big but not huge city here. And it's a nice place in Brazil to come and send your students to. Here are some pictures about some previous experiences. This person here was a student, Julia. She was a Mexican student who came to Brazil to do karate too as the main goal. And she got to go to like this amusement park. So she got to make some competitions and got gold medal and bronze medal. So very nice. Also here with another Mexican, Pablo. He's an architect and he married a Brazilian, and currently they have like 3 children and live in Brazil and Sao Paulo. That's in Brazil and in Mexico, I'm sorry. Now this group for Egypt and Brazil, we have like 15 young Brazilian medicine students from 4 different districts who went to Egypt. And they've had like this great experience for 1 month. Finally, we talk about Guillaume from France. He came to our district this year. And here we're showing a picture of him in the Rotary Club. That's what we want. So take the students to fellowship, provide them good opportunities. Finally, we have like here, Vitor, the one in blazer, and with Carelli, who was a student from Mexico, and she was with like traveling around the district, and so great opportunity. Gabriela, who went to India, and this is the picture of her while she is volunteering work with children at the school. So just amazing experience. When I see pictures like this, I say, wow, it's easy to find people who want to. Noah from Nigeria. This is our governor in Ligeia. Also another student. Gedyon here, back in 2019, our good experience too. Now we have like a lawyer and a pharmacy student when they went to Curacao, Carol and Deborah. Amanda, who went to Taiwan as a student too. And here are the district contacts. I'm speaking on behalf of Roseli, who is the current chair. So this is her contacts. James is our co-chair. He has also, just like Roseli, a great experience. So they are able to help you better than I do. So just in case you need to contact them, feel free. They both use WhatsApp on these phone numbers. Finally, just for your use, just in case you want to and need, there's my contact here, down here. But again, you have any problems, just let us know. So thank you very much for your time, for your patience with me, actually, because it's kind of boring to keep hearing me speaking like this. I'm still not much of making meetings on computers, but that's good that technology can help us on this and provide us good fellowship on a beautiful sunny morning. So thank you very much. Then I'll be muting my mic now just for Q's and N's. And if you want to just start, maybe uh, Tamira can be like the organizer for this, okay? Let me see here, we have, okay.
Thank you.
Basically, my questions is where we start. We look at future target to travel or to prepare a program. Actually, you have to find the target. Why? Because you only prepare the program when you know who's coming or where the person wants to go. So first of all, my recommendation is you find the person who wants to travel and discover why does he or she want to travel and where to. And then we make the agenda personalized for him or her. Okay, Vincent?
Thank you. Thank you, Joao. It was very informative. Thank you very much. Are there other questions for Joao in the chat, or raise your hand if you want? No? Do I see any hands raised? We have some people from other districts on the call, and also let me just ask our friends from the Bahamas if you'd like to say something, insert something. Please go ahead. And then go ahead.
Thank you, Tamira. I'm past President Valentino Hamilton from the Rotary Club of South Ocean in the Bahamas. I'm the current New Generation Service Exchange Chair for District 7020, and we're looking forward to establishing partnerships with District 7030 and District 4621 as we look to revitalize our New Generation Service Exchange program. And so far, we're enjoying the presentation this morning, and it's been a wealth of knowledge that's been shared with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Valentino. Thank you. How about I see Anita from India.
Yes.
Would you like to share?
Yes. Hello. Yeah, I've already established contact with Rosalie. She is sending me 2 students, and she is working on one of my students. So we are having a good relation. I would like to extend it further. Let me see today, whoever is there, if I can get contact, because I also have about 8 or 9 applications right now at hand. Yeah, so if I can send them to your country, I mean,
of course.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yeah. So I was saying I already have about 8 applications. So I would like to send them to other countries too, those who are here. So that will be a good thing. I will share my email ID and WhatsApp number on the chat. Yeah.
Amira, you are mute. Amira, you are mute.
Yes. Now, can you hear me now? Yes. Yes. Rosalie or Joao, thank you very much. Can you explain the process? Because what we've been doing is Rosalie contacts me and we have an exchange, or we're talking about, can you host someone? Is it possible to? And thereafter, then the person fills out the application form. Is that correct? Can you just share a little bit how that works?
I didn't get the end of your question. I'm sorry. Can you what?
Right. So can you share, because I've been talking to Rosalie, and we say, okay, we think we have this person who could come do you think you can have a space for that person for 2
Yep.
months or 3 months? So when we've done that, and after we've said, okay, yes, we think we can host it, we probably can, then the person fills out the application form. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's it, exactly. Because the
So,
application will be specific to achieve the things you and Rosalie have dealt.
okay,
So
okay. So the application is a confirmation of a informal agreement. Is that it?
exactly.
Exactly. Okay,
So
exactly.
because we make the informal agreement, and then that's what happens because you, Tamira and Rosalie, as district level, you after you deal, you have to find the clubs and the places to host the people. So then after you decide the standards, you get the application, say, okay, I know this guy, I want to, but this is the person. So would you accept this person under this condition? So that's just to make it more formal and approachable to the Rotary clubs.
Mhm. Okay, okay. Who else has questions? Just go ahead. Then how, okay. Anyone else has a question? Because I can't see very well. My question otherwise is, so Brazil has a number of countries it already dealing with. How do you, let me just read it. Ms. Anita just said she wants to send to other countries. So what do you have? Do you make a list? Do you have a deadline by which Brazil says, okay, I have this list of people, and then you share it with the countries you have a contact with? How do you do that?
First of all, when the first thing, as I was telling Vincent, is we have to find the student. When we find the student, we have to discover what is his or her dream. So let's suppose the person says, oh, I want to go to Mexico. So my goal will be like, okay, I have two possibilities. One, I try to find a partner in Mexico, or two, let's suppose I have you as a partner in Curacao and I have no one to send you. Then I can maybe say, hey, okay, you want Mexico, but have you considered going to Curacao? So maybe the person says, oh, I never thought about Curacao. So we sell this idea to the person. So we always have to analyze where the person wants to go, and that's to say, okay, that's possible, that's not impossible, or that may be a good thing, but we also offer more opportunities. And that's the thing, because it makes it better for us. Let's suppose we have a good experience with you. So I will always try to send you more and more students, respecting, of course, the students' will. But of course, we try to promote our partners better because we know that it's going to be a success.
Okay, okay. And how long in advance do students start preparing?
We have to, like I say, a few months should be fine, okay? Because normally students will want to travel during summer time. And we have in Brazil, for example, when you're working already, you have 30 days vacation per year. No matter when you started working, you have like 30 days vacation each year. If you're a student, you have 3 months vacation, 1 month in July, 2 months in December and January. So normally people will want to do something during vacation time. And I say during this school vacation time. And it's a good thing to find that we start searching these people in all opportunities we have. So when we have a conference, a Rotary conference or Interact conference all over the year, when we have the seminar for presidents and for new presidents, all the time we have youth people together. It's an opportunity. Why? Because we promote the program And maybe these people will come to us like after a few weeks, a few months, and say, hey, I want to go next year. We say, okay. Then we start making like the line, who's first, okay?
Okay, yeah.
But we
Very
don't
good.
need a long time in advance. A couple. Well, normally what happens is the most difficult thing is one, to find a partner.
Mhm.
The second is to have the money to take the trip. So
Right.
that's why Brazilian people don't really like to go on the program for 1 or 2 weeks, because we spend a
Right.
lot of money on ticket and insurance just to use like 2 weeks. So it's normally they expect from 3 to 4 because it's not that cheap. Well,
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Who else? You can go ahead and speak. I'm not seeing the chat. I just want to encourage people. The Rotary New Generations website is very extensive now. If you go on that link and you click, I think it's click find more detail or something, you will get a lot of inspiration of where people have been and which are the active districts for this exchange. It's very good. Expanded, I think, because it wasn't like that. No. Is there anything in the chat? Let me see. Oh, Rosalie, I wanted to ask you, you have a brochure about your district. You can drop that in the chat if you'd like. Remember, you sent it to me?
yes, we have it,
Mhm.
and we'll send it to you, of course. It's
Okay,
going to be a pleasure.
okay. And Anita, can you say a few more words about your program? Thank you. Is Anita still there? No? Okay. Okay.
Anita is here.
Is here? I think the WhatsApp group is more active.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, the WhatsApp group is more active. I found, Rosalie and we connected more on the WhatsApp group itself, the international WhatsApp group. So I encourage everyone to join that. So that,
Okay.
so we have the initial talk on the group, and then we can have the later part where we go by email, where
Okay.
we send the application forms and all the details, and all the protocols are followed on the email. It's faster, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And,
Nice.
yeah. I also have a brochure. Where can I send it?
You can also drop it in the chat or send it to me. Let me go back. Am I still sharing my screen? Yes. You see my email address there? Yes.
Here. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I will send it to you on email.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Some
That's
people
good.
joined. Great. Great. Yes. I think people would love to go to India, and I
Yeah.
will get the number. Everyone is in WhatsApp group or just the chairs?
Mostly the chairs.
Okay.
Yeah, the chairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll get the number from
I can send you the invite link.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like to welcome our DG Leslie Ramdani. Just joined the meeting. Thank you for joining, DG.
Good morning, and thank you very much, Tamara.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Good to see you again in a different format.
Yes, good to see you again. The DG was in Curacao last week. We just had a very good exchange of information about the exchange. So Anyone else would like to say? I see Gabriela Michelin, you are from District 7030 or 7020. Are you from another district?
Hi, good morning. I'm from Rosalie's district.
Oh, okay, 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 great.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And someone just said that they want to get some more contact about the border in French Guiana,
Yeah,
no?
Kelly
Yeah.
Pianame.
Could you go ahead and just explain a little bit?
Yes, I will do it. Just let me see here. Let me see the question again. Hello, Kelly Biname from Rotary de Cayenne, French Guiana. We would like to intensify the relation with the Rotary and Rotaract Club, which are at the border. Yes, Kelly, I welcome. The thing is, it's a good opportunity to intensify, like to make it more intense relation with Rotary and Rotaract. Why? Because as long as we understand their goals, like these young people's goals, we can offer them a good opportunity. This program will help us a lot on this because especially when you get like people from 18 to 30. These are people who sometimes are not sure if they're going to the correct area, if they are if they're really enjoying university as they expected, or sometimes people are just like 22 and they want to be CEOs as they are 23 and say, hey, come down, let's understand the step by step. And so it's a good opportunity. We as, let's say, a little bit older, to help these people and direct them into the corporate life, into the academic life. The program will help us a lot because, well, this is my personal point of view, okay? It's a good opportunity to, again, it's cliche, but to show that the world is round. And it's an opportunity to say, hey, it's not just what your parents, what your bosses, what your co-workers say. It's we all speak the same language. The problems you may have here are similar to problems you may have there, but some others are different. So if you get to live this different culture, you'll get to be a better problem solver. You will develop more empathy, and then you'll be like ahead of some other people. If this is your goal, it's fine. And when we talk about Rotaract, that's what they want to. They want to be leaders. They want to make a good impression in their communities, in our world. So we have the exact product that they want to. So I think is, yeah, the program is very helpful for this. Okay, Kelly?
I just wanted to add about making contacts. Two things. When you have Rotary clubs visit your club, that is a good way to start a conversation whether they have a program and get their contact. So we do that here with the people who visit us, let's say from Holland or from anywhere really. And sometimes I visited some of your club's meetings online, and I see that many of you have lots of sort of people from your club living in the diaspora, whether it be in the UK or in England or in Canada or wherever. You have ambassadors that are, so maybe that's another way. If they are members of a Rotary club in another country, maybe we can gather their information or their contacts to expand the contacts that we have for our districts. So maybe that might be a first step, to make a list of clubs or districts with which we have a contact already because one of our people is in some other country. Would that be an idea?
Yeah, Amira, just to finally answer properly about Kelly. Kelly, I don't know from my head now, from tip my heart, I don't know anyone specifically, namely from Macapá, but I'm pretty much sure that I will find someone at the border to make this contact, and this will make it happen. I'll talk to Rosalie. We'll probably have this person very fast to you. So we make this contact, we make like this middle link with you. So you can work together if you, well, better you have the contact, so we can make this link and make things work better, okay?
Very good, very good. I think I see Tonika wants to say something. She says hello, so
No, Mom, I joined in late, so I'm just trying to gather all the information.
okay, great. Okay, so let me give the last word first to Valentino from District 7020, and then to the DG. Perhaps DG Leslie, you'd like to close?
Yes, thank you, Tamira. I just want to reemphasize everything that was said. This is a wonderful program, as we've all heard and seen today. It's a great opportunity for us to learn about other cultures and also to share our cultures with other worlds that can create future partnerships in Rotary. So I encourage everyone, all the districts involved in this Zoom meeting this morning, to let's move ahead and work together as we look to expand our new generation service exchange programs. I know in District 7020, the program has sort of been, defunct for some while, but we're looking to get it started, and we're looking hopefully in February. We had hoped to pull something off in November, but there was some challenges. We're looking in February to launch and have our first exchange, and we are sure that it will be the last, and it will be one of many exchanges we look to have with District 7030 and District 4621 and any other districts that we're able to meet through our connections. Thank you for a wonderful opportunity to meet you all and learn more about your Generation Service Exchange this morning.
Yes, thank you, Valentino. DG, may I give you the last word?
Oh, yes. Thank you very much, Tamir. My apologies for joining late. I think I mistook the time, but certainly know that the world has reopened. Travel is possible. Certainly the district look forward to your initiative to re-establish New Generations Exchange. It has been something important in the past where we can have exchanges of young persons, learning different cultures, languages, etc. It's so important that we embrace that diversity as we enable young person to visit other countries. So thank you for this great initiative, and I do hope that we can move forward with that. I do hope you had a wonderful session, and it was informative to all who participated. So thank you so much, Tamira.
Thank you. Well, having said that,
Gabriela,
to be young again. Yes, Corinne, to be young again. Say it again. Oh, Gabriela wants to say something. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, guys, sorry. I just wanted to say on behalf of Rosalie that thank you guys for the opportunity. And I also thank you guys. It was lovely to talk to you this morning. And hopefully I'll join the program really soon.
You're coming. You're coming. I mean,
yes,
that's what
I'm coming.
Great.
Yeah.
Very
so
good.
Thank you, guys. It was
Yeah.
a lovely morning.
Okay, people. Anyone else wants to say something? If not, have a great rest of your Sunday, and for tomorrow, have a good week. And we'll keep on working together. Thank you so much, District 4621. And we're going to go ahead and make our list with our contacts so that we can start sending people and receiving people. Okay? Very good.
Have a good Sunday, guys.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.